Welcome to Golden Flame Stars, where we celebrate rock's legendary icons who still keep the spirit alive. These living legends embody resilience, raw talent, and timeless energy. Each one carries a story that proves true rock and roll never grows old. So tell us, which rock star do you admire most? Who inspires you the most? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep their legacy alive. Debbie Harry, born on July 1st, 1945, in Florida, USA, now 80. As the striking frontwoman of Blondie, she broke boundaries between punk, pop, and disco with effortless charisma. Though living with reduced mobility from aging and a past neck injury, her legacy remains bold and brilliant. Bob Dylan, born May 24, 1941, Nobel laureate and folk rock pioneer. At 84, he faces typical age-related limitations but no major disclosed illnesses. He continues touring, his raspy voice carrying the weight of decades of poetic music. Ian Hunter, born on June 3, 1939, in Oswestry, England, now 86. Best known as the voice of Mott the Hoople, his raspy tone and poetic lyrics made him a cult icon of British glam rock. Despite living with tinnitus since 2019, he remains active in writing, recording, and collaborations. Grace Slick, born October 30th, 1939, iconic voice of Jefferson Airplane, now 85. Retired from music, she battles age-related health issues, including limited mobility. Though no longer performing, her fearless spirit and psychedelic rock legacy remain a guiding light for generations. Paul McCartney, born June 18, 1942, beloved Beatle and solo legend. At 83, he remains active though he has dealt with hearing loss and arthritis. His boundless creativity keeps him performing worldwide, inspiring generations with timeless music. Eric Clapton, born March 30th, 1945, blues rock guitar legend. At 80, he struggles with peripheral neuropathy, causing pain and numbness. Despite this, he continues to play, his soulful guitar work inspiring across generations. Stevie Nicks, born May 26, 1948, mystical Fleetwood Mac icon, now 77. Despite struggling with asthma and chronic fatigue, she continues to tour selectively. Her enchanting voice and poetic hits like Dreams sustain her reputation as rock's enduring queen of magic. And Wilson, born June 19, 1950, powerful voice of Heart, now 75. After undergoing heart-related surgery, she remains in stable health and still records occasionally. Known for Barracuda and Alone, her soaring vocals continue to inspire as one of rock's strongest female voices. Ronnie Wood, born June 1, 1947, guitarist of the Rolling Stones. At 78, he is a two-time cancer survivor, having battled lung and small cell cancer. Today, he continues touring, his artistry undiminished. Paul Simon, born October 13, 1941, half of Simon and Garfunkel. At 83, he suffers from severe hearing loss in one ear. Though this affects live performance, he remains active in songwriting, exploring profound new themes. Chrissie Hynde, born September 7, 1951, Fearless Pretenders frontwoman, now 73. Staying active on stage, she manages mild age-related joint pain but remains vigorous. Her punk edge and melodic hits such as Brass and Pocket cement her place as a resilient rock trailblazer. Steve Miller, born on October 5, 1943, in Milwaukee, USA, now 81. Best known for radio staples like The Joker and Fly Like an Eagle, he brought blues rock into the mainstream. He remains active, appearing at select concerts and blues festivals. Ian Gillan, born on August 19, 1945, in London, England, now 80, as the soaring voice of Deep Purple, his powerful vocals on Smoke on the Water became rock staples. He remains a commanding presence, actively touring with the band he helped define. Ringo Starr, born July 7, 1940, drummer of the Beatles and peace advocate. At 85, he lives with arthritis that affects his drumming but stays active. He continues touring with his all-star band, spreading joy through music. Robert Fripp, born on May 16, 1946, in Dorset, England. Now 79, as the mastermind behind King Crimson, his experimental guitar work reshaped the boundaries of progressive rock. Though living with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, he remains intellectually active and musically influential. Keith Richards, born December 18, 1943, legendary guitarist of the Rolling Stones. Now 81, he has survived years of heavy smoking and past drug use. Despite arthritis and aging challenges, he continues to play with remarkable resilience and spirit. John Fogerty, born May 28, 1945, swamp rock legend. At 80, he remains in good health with only age-related slowdown. Performing globally, his anthems like Fortunate Son resonate across generations. Iggy Pop, born April 21, 1947, rock's enduring godfather of punk, continues to electrify audiences well into his 70s. At 78, he experiences scoliosis, causing one leg to be shorter than the other, and occasionally uses a cane for support. He's also had LASIK eye surgery to correct damage from past drug use. Ritchie Blackmore, born on April 14, 1945, in Somerset, England. Now 80, as the fiery guitarist of Deep Purple and Rainbow, his iconic riffs forever changed the world of hard rock. Today he enjoys light touring with his folk rock project, Blackmore's Night. Mick Jagger, born July 26, 1943, iconic frontman of the Rolling Stones. At 82, he underwent heart valve replacement surgery in 2019. He remains energetic on stage, carefully maintaining his health while continuing to tour with legendary charisma. Elton John, born March 25, 1947, global pop rock icon. At 78, he has overcome addiction and past health scares, including prostate cancer. Now retired from touring, he focuses on family and advocacy, his music timelessly enduring. Cliff Richard, born October 14, 1940, one of Britain's most enduring rock and pop stars. Now 84, he has faced health setbacks but continues to perform. His career, spanning over 6 decades, secures his place as a true international music legend. Graham Nash, born February 2, 1942, British-American rock singer. At 83, he maintains relatively good health, though naturally slowed by age. Still touring, he shares reflective new works alongside timeless classics. Mike Love, born March 15, 1941, co-founder of the Beach Boys. At 84, he stays active in music, maintaining relatively good health. Still touring, he keeps California's sun-soaked sound alive. Art Garfunkel, born November 5, 1941, angelic voice of Simon and Garfunkel. At 83, he once lost his voice due to vocal cord damage but has improved. He continues performing selectively, keeping his delicate tone alive. Roger Daltrey, born March 1, 1944, legendary frontman of The Who, remains a commanding rock presence at 81. He once battled serious meningitis in 2015 and continues to face health challenges affecting his body temperature regulation. Despite this, Daltrey still tours, giving fans a powerful farewell. Rod Stewart, born January 10, 1945, raspy-voiced rock star. At 80, he survived thyroid cancer and prostate cancer. Still vibrant, he performs worldwide, blending rock with heartfelt ballads, proving resilience and charm endure. Stephen Stills, born January 3, 1945, folk rock icon. At 80, he has faced hearing loss requiring hearing aids. Though less active on stage, his music legacy endures, and he continues performing selectively. Alice Cooper, born February 4, 1948, theatrical shock rock pioneer. At 77, he has survived alcoholism and substance abuse, living sober for decades. Still energetic on stage, he tours worldwide, blending horror and rock with unique charisma. Neil Young, born November 12, 1945, Canadian-American rock legend. At 79, he has long managed epilepsy and past polio effects. Despite hearing loss, he remains outspoken and musically active, blending artistry with activism. Carlos Santana, born July 20, 1947, Latin rock guitar legend. At 78, He collapsed on stage in 2022 due to heat exhaustion and dehydration. He has since returned, continuing to perform with passion and soulful energy. Joe Walsh, born November 20th, 1947, famed guitarist. At 77, he is sober after years of addiction struggles. Now healthier, he continues touring, admired for both humor and legendary riffs. Robin Trower, born on March 9th, 1945, in London, England. Now 80, his soulful guitar work brought emotional depth to British blues rock, earning him worldwide admiration. After recovering from surgery, he has returned to music with steady dedication. Bob Seger, born on May 6, 1945, in Detroit, USA. Now 80, his raw voice and blue-collar anthems like Night Moves and old-time rock and roll captured the soul of American rock. Though retired from touring, he enjoys a quieter life surrounded by loved ones. Van Morrison, born on August 31st, 1945, in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Now 80, his poetic songwriting and soulful voice created classics like Brown-Eyed Girl and Moondance. Still active, he continues to release new albums and perform selective shows worldwide. Roger Glover, born on November 30th, 1945, in Brecon, Wales, UK. Now 79, as Deep Purple's longtime bassist and producer, he brought rhythm and depth to the band's signature sound. He remains musically active, still recording and performing with the group. Bill Wyman, born on October 24th, 1936, in London, England. Now 88, as the bassist for the Rolling Stones from 1962 to 1993, his understated groove anchored one of rock's most influential bands. Though retired, he occasionally appears at charity music events, preserving his quiet legacy. Ted Nugent, born on December 13, 1948, in Michigan, USA. Now 76, famous for his blazing guitar solos and energetic stage presence, he left a powerful mark on 1970s American rock. He remains in good health and stays connected with fans. Ian Anderson, born on August 10, 1947, in Scotland, UK. Now 78, as the flute-wielding frontman of Jethro Tull, he blended classical flair with rock theatrics in a unique vision. Though diagnosed with COPD, his condition is under control and he remains creatively active. Steven Tyler, born on March 26, 1948, in New York, USA. Now 77, as the electrifying frontman of Aerosmith, his vocals and flamboyant charisma defined a generation of rock spectacle. Though recovering from a vocal cord injury in 2023, he still performs on occasion with undeniable flair. John Paul Jones, born on January 3, 1946, in Kent, England. Now 79, as the multi-instrumentalist and bassist of Led Zeppelin, his quiet brilliance shaped the band's iconic sound. He remains in good health and occasionally takes part in live performances. Steve Winwood, born on May 12, 1948, in Birmingham, England. Now 77, with a voice that carried him from Traffic to solo success, his fusion of rock, soul, and jazz left a lasting mark. Though he now performs only occasionally, his legacy continues to shine. Lindsey Buckingham, born on October 3, 1949, in California, USA. Now 75, as the visionary guitarist and producer of Fleetwood Mac, his intricate style shaped a generation of pop rock music. After recovering from major heart surgery, he returned to solo touring and continues releasing new work. Graham Nash, born on February 2, 1942, in Blackpool, England. Now 83, as a key voice in both the Hollies and Crosby, Stills and Nash, his harmonies became the soul of an era. He remains in good health and continues to share his music and messages with the world. John Fogerty, born on May 28, 1945, in California, USA. Now 80, known for his gritty voice and southern rock sound with Creedence Clearwater Revival, he gave the world timeless anthems like Proud Mary. He experiences some hearing loss, yet still carries the spirit of American rock. Steven Tyler, born on March 26, 1948, in New York, USA. Now 77, as the electrifying frontman of Aerosmith, His vocals and flamboyant charisma defined a generation of rock spectacle. Though recovering from a vocal cord injury in 2023, he still performs on occasion with undeniable flair. Thank you for watching. As the years pass, these rock legends continue to shine with power, spirit, and resilience. Their stories remind us that true rock is eternal, living far beyond the stage and into our hearts. If they inspired you, please like, comment, and share to honor their legacy.